Hi everybody, Cynthia here. We're gonna make this cute flip lid, gift box, treat box, whatever you want to use yours for. It measures 3.5 by 3 by 1.5. So it's a nice size box. You could put embellishments in it, treats, flowers, you know, whatever you want to use for the gift box for. The paper that I used, you can see it has these beautiful flowers all over it. That came from Petals and Blooms paper craft kit from the Paper Studio, and I got that at Hobby Lobby. And I actually used this sheet, and it has like a blue paper with flowers, wood grain, some red and white stripes, the black with the flowers, and then the white and black polka dots. Comes with 2 embellishment sticker packs and an alphabet sticker pack. So, and I got it for $5.99, so I thought that was a pretty good deal. But I also picked this up. It's another sticker pack for the Petals and Blooms paper, and it's normally $6.99, but I picked it up at half price, and you get 8 sheets, 198 stickers, or 198 pieces all together. So I'm just gonna page through it quick. I've already used stickers in the pack, but it gives you a real nice amount. You could use these for cards. You know, if you run out of the paper, you could just put these on cards or in your mini albums. And then has the gold foil alphas in the back. Okay, so on the front of my box, I kept it really simple, and I just backed up one of those stickers with white cardstock, and it has 3 flamingos on the front, and it says strut your stuff. And then I put 3, actually 6, 3 down here and 3 tiny little pearls. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on making the box. The nice thing about this size is you can get 2 gift boxes from 1 sheet of 12 by 12 cardstock and 1 sheet of the pattern paper. So the size you're going to need for your cardstock to make the box measures 6 inches by 11.5. You're going to line it up at the 11.5 inch mark, and we're going to score at 1.5. 5 inches, 6.5, and 10 inches. And then you're going to flip it around and line it up at the 6 inch mark, and you're going to score it at 1.5 on this side, and then flip it around to the other side and score at 1.5 again. Okay, I'm just gonna fold up my score lines. Whoop. And then we're going to do our cutting. And then before we actually assemble the box, I'm going to mat my box. I just find it easier. You could do whatever you'd like. So on this side, you have 3 pieces. You're going to cut up on this score line. Oh, wrong scissors. Sorry. You're going to cut up on this score line to meet up with the next score line. Don't cut over it. And then I'm just going to cut out a little angle piece here. And then that way when we put our box together, it'll enable this to become flush with the top. And you won't have that like little piece sticking out on you. Cut on this side, follow the score line to meet up with the next, and then cut out a little angle. So you'll end up with 3 flaps on this side. You're going to turn it around and you're going to do the same thing on this end. Cut up on the score line and your angle piece, score line and angle piece. Now for the sides, you're going to cut into the sides this way. So you're going to cut up on this score line, meeting up with the next one, just don't cut over it, and then cut yourself a little angle out of there, and then you're going to do the same on the opposite side, and you're going to create that center flap. Turn it around and you're going to do the same thing on this side. Follow your score line right up to the next one and cut your angle, score line and angle. So you should have 2 center flaps here, your long sides, and then your 3 flaps here. So basically what we're going to do is add glue to these 2 flaps, close them up, close this side up, and then we're going to bring these 2 flaps in and glue that. That's going to be the bottom of our box, and then this will be our flip lid. But before we do any of that, I'm going to flip it over. This is the outside of my box, and I'm going to start matting it. So for my top and my bottom, the pattern paper measures 3 3/8 by 2 7/8. Now, for me, it doesn't matter which way I put my pattern because it's just floral, and they could be upside down, sideways, and it's still going to look nice. If you have a pattern to your paper, like say you have puppies, you want to make sure when you mat this, okay, this is going to be the bottom of my box. I'm going to flip it around. You want to make sure this is the top and the front. Your puppies line up, not that your puppies are upside down facing that way. So that's just a tip for when you're covering these boxes. Oh, and also the sides. Say you put your puppies on here, and then you go to close your box, and these stand up. So that's the side of your box. You want to make sure your puppies are lined up and they're not upside down. It's just a little bit of a tip because I have put my paper on upside down and backwards, and I was very angry at myself, but it happens. And I figure if I made the mistake, somebody else might, so I want to warn you ahead of time. And if you find it too hard to figure that out, just assemble your box and mat it, you know, once it's all together. So top and bottom, 3 3/8 by 2 7/8. And I measured it so it just gives you about 1/8 of an inch white border all the way around the box on the sides as well. So these are our long sides, and we have 4 of those. So what you're going to need are 4 pattern pieces that measure 3 3/8 by 1 3/8. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day so far. This week, it's only Tuesday, and I feel like I've put a full week in at work. It has just been absolutely crazy. I don't know if it's because we had Easter weekend last weekend and the kids are still hyper from having off and celebrating. I have no idea. It's just been a little hectic. Plus, it probably doesn't help that I haven't been sleeping, so I might not have the absolute patience that I normally do, but it's just been a crazy week so far, and it's only Tuesday. So coming home and crafting, I find such peace in that. I don't know if you guys do. After work, just coming back in your craft room, your little sanctuary, and just concentrating on this and forgetting about your crazy hectic day. Okay, so this is the front, the back of the box, and this will be the top that closes down. So you'll need 3 pieces, and those measure 2 7/8 by 1 7/8. It'd be cute to, like, instead of putting a sticker on the top, maybe just closing it up with some seam binding. Make a nice big fluffy bow on the top. Choice is all yours. Okay, last piece, and then we will close our box up. Okay, so it's all covered. We're going to flip it around, and this is going to be the bottom of our box. So we're going to add adhesive, you can use any kind you like, to these 2 tabs. And we're going to close it up. And then I'm just going to take my bone folder and press those tabs down real nice so that I know they're nice and adhered. And then we're going to put adhesive on these 2 tabs, and we're going to bring those up. So you can bend this backwards a little bit if that helps you. And just pull it in. Add some glue. Push this one in and do the same on this side. And close it up. And I'm going to do the same thing, take my bone folder and press those flaps down. Now, if you find it easier, you could close this up, put glue on these 2 tabs, and just glue your front down. It's entirely up to you. I'm just going to assemble it the same way I did the bottom. Put glue on the tab. And close this up. Press the tab down, and the same thing on this side. And then for this one, I cut a different sticker out, or pulled a different sticker out, and I backed it up with cardstock. And press that down. and close it up. So now we have our next box. I cut out or pulled out Like a Boss. I thought that was cute. And I backed it up with white cardstock. So I'm just going to add some foam tape for dimension. And then I'm going to add some more of those mini pearls. These are Park Lane adhesive pearls, 252 pieces. Doesn't look like that, but they are. And I purchased these from Joann's. And I think I'm going to pretty much do the same thing. 3 in a cluster here and 3 across on the bottom. So 1, 2, oh, I lost him. Where'd he go? I try to use a tweezer to do this to make my life easier, and there we go. Because they're so tiny. But I thought they were adorable. And then 1, 2, oh, I didn't even pick that one up. 2 and 3. And that's it, guys. That's our little flip lid gift box, treat box, whatever you'd like to add to it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I hope you give this a try. Thank you so much for watching. You take care and happy crafting.